नित्यानन्देश्वर सदाशिवसमारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरि आदिशक्तिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। I welcome you all with my love and respects. I welcome everyone sitting with us throughout the world through Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Nityananda TV Live, and two-way video conferencing having Nayana Diksha. Let me reintroduce Amritatva Aushadha once more. Even before coming down, just few minutes before, getting all the deities which I do Atma Puja, even before getting all of them down, coming down, I don't know how many of you will believe, I was feeling very shy. I'm going to go and claim in the to an international group of people who are adults, who can think, my devotees, I'm going to go and claim Amritatva. Means immortality. You can't even call this too good to be true, too big promise and all those words, understand? I was just wondering how I am logically even going to make people understand. Cognizing is next, understand? There are different levels. Logically, I need to explain the whole science, and because in the name of scrutiny, only Hindus suffer all the attacks. No other religion need to justify their claims, forget about proving. They don't need to justify. But Hindus, even if they prove, they will be attacked. Anyhow, that crowd one side, at least to my disciples, I need to logically present the whole science. The science need to make sense to our inner space. That is what is logical understanding. Then internalizing, then coming to conclusion. When it becomes conclusion, it starts happening in us. So, I was wondering how I am going to present this science logically, because it is such subtle, powerful thought current, words which always make sense in you, either this or that. Understand these words. Words have such big difficulty. It always conveys to you this or that. But the most subtle thought currents cannot get controlled by this or that. So I'll try my best to present this whole thought current of Amritatva, Kala. Understand the first concept, idea, thought current I am introducing. Kala means the happening of the nature in existence, Purusha. In the existence, something is moving, happening, which gives a different experience. You call it as time. Understand? It is time that gives us the perception of happening. Shiva is perceived as Shakti, happening because of the time. Without time, you cannot perceive any happening. Movement of the sun, moon, planets. Time is a movement happening in space. Understand? If you just somehow bear with me for next half an hour and intensely listen to this truth, you will get the courage to come along with me to experience this Amritatva Aushadha. Understand? Now you need tremendous courage, which just cannot come by your devotion or emotional attachment. No. Love alone will not be able to pull. That alone cannot give you enough inspiration to travel with me in this whole process. You need understanding. All your components, logic, love, everything need to cooperate for you to come with me in this journey of Amritatva. Because logic is irrefutably one of your important component. Do not allow tiredness, boredom, non-listening now. Listen intensely and sincerely. Kala, like movements of the nature, sun, moon, planets, the whole flow. The Kala is converted into our day-to-day time by our mind. Listen. Movement of the sun, moon, nature. For example, before the invention of the clock, any time measurement system, whatever we know was happening is Kala. Once we learned the time measurement system and evolved certain logic for the flow of the time, like 24 hours, 1 hour is 60 minutes, 60 minutes is 60 seconds. When we started evolving certain mechanisms to grasp and measure the unit of time and try to come to terms with the large happening of Kala with our mediocre understanding of time. Listen. We feel lost, overwhelmed with the understanding of Kala. It's too big, too vast. too much. So we need to hold on to something. Like originally when you assume this body, you do not hold this body. You may own it, but you don't possess it. You just live in your superconscious space, radiate you, have this body also as part of you. But unfortunately, somehow you want to be more defined. In the name of getting grounded, you get caught. Same way, the space of timelessness, the Kala, is too much for you to exist. For various reasons, you start understanding Nera, means your time, as Kala. Understand? I am not against the unit of time, second, minute, hour, day, week, month, year, decade. No. I am not against this unit and the measuring with unit. I am only against coming to conclusion, this understanding is a complete understanding about Kala. The nature's flow and our measurement system is being superimposed and impersonated in your day-to-day cognition, brings Kshara destruction. Listen, let me repeat. You are supposed to reach the moon. You get into a horse carriage and that goes into the road which has many bumps, and that jumps in the bumps. You think you are flying and you are inside the carriage which is completely curtained. In this delusion, how many hours you may travel in the horse carriage? You may go up and down, but not to the moon. That is precisely happening in us. Listen. The innermost core space in you is constantly in the mood that you are beyond the Kala. In your day-to-day life, you are constantly cognizing Kala as your day-to-day time. I'll give you some more examples. In your inner space, if you decide purpose of your life is money, so your Kala gets converted into your time. Every day your time, particular hours are spent on making money. Listen. Same way, in your innermost space, if you decide the purpose of your life is health, then that gets converted into an action point. Everyday time, particular time you spend for yoga or making yourself healthy, whatever you believe as which brings you health. As experience, this experience is available in me. I'll have to just construct it as a thought current for you to understand in your logic. So, listen very carefully. Because end of the session I am going to declare or claim two big things. Too big claim. It will look too big or as impossible if you miss this thought current. Only if you come along with me, understand this thought current, you will understand, yes, that is possible. Mahadeva says, when the click happens, that is what is initiation. When I share, declare, claim something, if it hits your inner space and your core feels, yes, it is possible, then initiation has happened. So listen. Let me repeat again. Kala, the pure space of happening, when it gets converted into certain purpose in your life, it is reduced to Nera, your day to day, and divided by your unquestioned enemies occupying your time. Listen. This is one more word I am introducing. Many of you never questioned, do you need so much of food you are taking for your day-to-day healthy life? Do you need so much of sleep you are having for your day-to-day healthy life? Do you need many of these things which you call as your need really for the way you want to exist? That is what I call part of your life under the possession of your unquestioned enemies. You don't need to fight with them. Just even if you question them, they will disappear. You have so many enemies like them who will disappear just by your questioning or sitting in your system. Your laziness, your tiredness, your boredom, your cunningness, your decision to cheat your own life's purpose, your decision to go against your own very existence. Look in, understand. The unquestioned enemies, the enemies of you, whom you are not questioning, who are occupying your inner space. They divide and create gap between your Kala and Nera. Means your existence and your perception of your existence. Surely all the time you can measure, 100 year or 200 year put together is not your Kala or life. Listen. Then whole 100 years, if you are going to make $10 billion as per the calculation you have, somebody gives $10 billion, you are ready to die? No. That's too stupid. That's foolish. You all know the Kala as huge possibilities than the Nera with which you function. Nera means time. When the Kala gets mapped in your unconscious way of living, it is called time. The translation of the existential reality into your perception reality. Existential reality is Kala and your perceived reality is time. In this conversion, I should say it is more like a convulsion, not even conversion. In this convulsion, your unquestioned enemies, the enemies you entertain in your perception just because you never questioned them. You have 100-acre land, 200 tenants are sitting, not that there is any agreement between you and your tenants, because you never questioned them, they are living there. Even if you just go for a survey and ask them, hey, this is my land, they will just like vacate and they may even run away, disappear. They will never even look at your face. How many of you feel in your life you have many of your perceived enemies who are there just because you did not question them, just because you never looked into them? All of us have. Lot. See, I am not even talking about the enemies with whom you are fighting. I am talking only about the enemies you are entertaining who are there in your life because you never questioned. Your purpose of life and your perception, you have not achieved your purpose already, and you need to work towards it. These three. Criminal cognitions. Listen. Listen to the word I am using. Criminal cognitions. Reduces, converts your kala to your time. Aligning many of the fundamental understandings with the first principle of life. The first principle of life is oneness. Using the first principle, oneness, when the problems and questions are handled, conversion of your kala into time is drastically reduced. Understand? Depth of personality means your ability to handle all the fundamental questions of life with oneness in the source itself. In the source itself, if you handle many of your questions, your kala will not be reduced to time. Your inner space will reside more and more in kala. It will not go through the fears and greeds of time. All fear and all greed is your ability to understand whether you have less time or more time. That's all. All your fears, when you feel you don't have enough time, and all your greed is when you perceive you don't have enough time to enjoy, achieve what you want. This one understanding of time releases you from all fear and greed. If you know You can just make any amount of time from Kala. Kala is like a cotton, huge raw material. Cotton is available for you to make any amount of thread, time. Time is like a thread. Kala is like a cotton. Kala is the time of your life. Time is Kala of your perceived reality. Listen. If you know you can make years out of your inner space, that's what I call Icha Mrityu. Bhishma was given a boon of Icha Mrityu. You can die when you want. If you don't want, you don't need to. Means he was given a boon to make any amount of time, number of years, out of his inner space, Kala. If the mirror does not have cracks, it will reflect the sun purely. Sun can be mapped into the mirror. Mirror can be trusted as the beautiful reflection. If the mirror has one crack, the sun and its reflection, we can say little disturbed. If the mirror has too many cracks, then the reflection cannot be trusted. That's precisely life. Listen. If you have too many cracks in your fundamental cognitions, like your life's purpose is this, and you have not achieved this, you need to achieve that, then from that you will get that, from that you will get this, then you will reach the life's purpose. This long chain of postponing stupid thought currents is the cracks on your inner space mirror. I'll repeat. Please listen. For example, you think my life's purpose is pleasure. Then I need beach house for it. Then I need money for it. Then I need job for it. Then I need to do what my boss wants me to do. Then I need to apply now for my job. Then I need to get up morning at this time. Get ready and go to the office at this time. Do what I am expected to do. In this whole thought current, long before, your original purpose is lost. Your need of pleasure and your actual action in time, do they anyway relate? The more gaps, more cracks. I am not saying your pleasure, your desire for pleasure is right or wrong. I am not legitimizing your purpose. I am only saying whether your purpose is legitimate or illegitimate. The purpose and your actions in your perceived reality itself is too far away. The layers of unconsciousness occupying your existence giving you the feeling that you are stuck, you are suffocated, giving you that feeling of bondage. Understand? Whoever decides to destroy this bondage chain is a seeker. Adinavasi is the lifestyle to break this bondage chain of suffocation. Your fundamental questions need to be dealt with the fundamental answers of oneness before even they lead you to the secondary delusion. The first principle should be applied when the first delusion starts. The moment you wait for the secondary delusion, the first principle may not even be useful. I know. I am going above your head. I am not even expecting you to understand this satsang, this words I am uttering now itself. I will upload this in the YouTube. See at least 5-6 times for next 1 week. Digest every word and make every word as your cognition. Lot of unconscious games you are playing on yourself, the cruel jokes you are playing on yourself, you will realize. Life has to be lived. Don't play cruel jokes on you. End of the day, you are going to suffer for the cruel jokes you played on you. Worst cruel joke you can play on you, knowing that whole gap, listen, knowing that whole gap between the purpose and reality never got attended, and because of your various reasons you never even tried to bridge it. That's the most cruel joke you can play on you. You can do to you. First principle of oneness should be applied the moment you feel what is your purpose of life. So even if you come to conclusion about any purpose, if you go on be burning the preliminary question with the first principle, there will not be too many cracks on your mirror. There will not be too many cracks on your mirror. This is what I want you to know. If the Kala gets converted into time with too many cracks on your mirror, you will feel stuck in life. If the Kala gets converted into your time, without moving out of the first principle of life, oneness, you will experience so much of freedom in your very day-to-day life. Listen, both of you, a liberated being and the bound being, may have the same clock, but you will not have same time. You will not have same Kala. You may have same chronological time, but you will not have same psychological space Kala. In this conversion of kala into time, your internal organs and intra-organs go through heavy damage. That damage is responsible for old age, ill health, ultimately death. Cleaning up that damage caused by time on your internal organs and intra-organs by the pure first principle thought current of oneness is called Kundalini awakening. Fundamentally, I put the thought current of oneness into your internal organs and intra-organs. That oneness burns all the pains, damages caused to your internal organs and intra-organs. Worst pain caused in your internal organ and intra-organ is selfishness. Listen. The wrong identification of your self as your body starts all the crimes in your life. I have seen people who think they are very brilliant by cheating others. Forget about cheating others, they cheat their own guru. And they think they are very brilliant. And they also try to hide their life into ignorance and thinking ignorance is cute. No. Ignorance is costly. Whether you know it or not, just because you are ignorant about death, don't think death is not going to happen. If you are intelligent about death, at least you can play with it. You can surely postpone, push, play around. I am claiming you can even permanently push it out. The science is available in Hindu tradition. When this Kundalini awakening happens, the first thing will happen in your system. The false identification of the localized self will start melting down in you, which brings tremendous ecstasy and feeling of freedom. Understand? The localized cognition of yourself as just your small pleasures or identification with your body or your name and fame and your identity. The localized logy with which you are functioning, I'll call it psychology. The logy which functions locally on your physical system. It is all about what your physical system goes through, ups or downs or right or left or center. The Laji which functions constantly centered on your localized system. That is what I call selfishness. When the Kundalini is awakened in you, the larger understanding of the self liberates you from the shorter understanding of the self. That brings tremendous healing. Effect of time are your internal organs and intra-organs are healed. Now I am going to bring the first principle of oneness with the pure material called Kala into your perceived idea of time. When that Kundalini is brought into this and awakened, the ill effects of your convoluted logic on your internal organs and intra-organs gets healed. That is what I call anti-aging, reversing the aging process, reversing the negativities of the aging process. Certain herbs are capable of holding this thought current and transmitting it to you. I am going to bring that thought currents now, infuse it into these herbs, is what is Aushadha making process. I know too many things I explained is going beyond your perception, but watch this introduction at least 5 times in next few days. You will understand many things I want to convey, which I conveyed through my intense silence than the descriptive words. So now, I'll start the process of making the Aushadha. Even if you just sit, you don't need to concentrate, meditate, nothing. Just sit. You will have these very vibrations working on your intra-organ and internal organ and supporting your system to receive this Aushadha and its effects on your internal organs and intra-organs. Let's start. You don't need to close your eyes. You can see what I am doing. But sit straight. Keep your neck, head and the spine straight. So, when the Kundalini Shakti is transmitted in you, it just functions beautifully and intensely.
கண்ணான கணபதியை கண்ணில் கண்டால்
chant the Omkara intensely along with me. Om is the sound of the universe, which is centered in source, which can vibrate in our time. This can be the beautiful bridge for us to move from time to Kala, the source. So just chant intensely the Omkara along with me. Om. Om. I just wanted to formally announce that making the Aushadha, the preliminary Aushadha for Amritattva is successful. The first level Amritattva Aushadha is done. We just need to work next levels and put all this into medical trial and other validating processes so it can be made available to the whole world. With this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living, Shuddhatvaita Saivam, Sada Shivoham, the eternal bliss, Nityananda. Thank you. Be blissful.